If I have to wake up in the morning and take a drink, I'm an alcoholic. If I have to wake up in the morning and smoke a joint, I'm a drug addict. And I knew right away that he was going to school, and I can't help what's going on in school. I can help what's going on in the house, but I cannot help what's going on in school and making his friends and everything else, and they would smoke and do whatever at school.
When I first used was right when my mom got diagnosed with cancer. I used about 11 years old. I smoked my first joint. I was looking for a new way to cope because I had football, I had certain things, but it really wasn't working for me at the time.
From my point of view, from an addict and an alcoholic, I used to take him to meetings when he was young, so he knew where to go. The people that I hang around with, he knows them. He knows all of them, but he just took that path. What did I do? I ended up, I talked a lot to my sponsor, and I talked to a lot of people around, and they said, there's nothing I can do right now for him. Don't lose hope. Love breaks every barrier. Every barrier. I know it, because as you can see, he's doing good. He my son follows, my path, which is to help drug addicts and alcoholics. You're gonna feel hopeless, you're gonna feel like you can't do anything, but there is help. The family has to get together, and they can't enable him or her, and they just have to put it through, because that's what the family is about. That is the drugs. It's the destruction of the family. It destroys all families.
I never thought they rejected me. I knew that they were upset with me. My mom would call the morgue, she would call the hospitals to check if I was still alive.
It was the hardest thing in the world because my wife went through it with me. And there she is going with him. And she would tell me, I don't want to watch the next 48 or any other show like that because I think it might be him. And I thought the same thing. I said, they're going to call us and he's going to be dead. There was no ifs or buts about that. And that's the saddest thing about being a parent with a child who's, addicted.
Well, recovery started really listening to my father. I took it for granted that I had a father like that who has a real passion for helping people. A real passion. He just told me he loved me and accepted me back into the home that I disrespected.
The parents are exhausted because we hurt them so much. I was just telling one right now that your parents love you because they brought you here. If they wouldn't care, you'd be out in the street. I tell the parents that they're going to be in good hands and that they got to trust. They got to trust to leave them, because if they don't leave them, they're bound to have the problems in the house.